welcome back to Left of Str8 Podcasts, and we are excited today to have in person in studio. Chef Lynn Wheeler is here, of course, from our fantastic podcast, Rainbow Gastronomy. Chef Lynn, how we doing, my friend?
Hey, Scott, I'm great. How are you?
I am good. How festive you are for this spooky season. Look at all that. I'm loving it.
Thank
Do you
you.
ever carve pumpkins with the hubby and everything and kind of make it into a competition, or do you guys just not do it in general?
No, we don't really do that. I mean, where we live here in Florida, it's a gated community and mostly short-term rentals, so nobody's really decorating like that. I haven't, God, I can't remember the last time I carved a pumpkin. Actually, I was probably, maybe a teenager back then.
There's a lot of pumpkin carving contests here in Northeast Ohio, as you probably remember when you used to live here. So, yeah, you find them all over the place here. I haven't done it forever myself. I have a lot of friends that still have big old Halloween parties and make that part of the tradition. I like going to the haunted cornfield mazes and things like
Oh
that.
yeah,
That's always a lot of fun.
yeah, I love a
So,
good haunted house or haunted something, haunted hayride, something like that. I like to be scared.
I'm not good with that part of it. I like I like if they have good food, if they have a good spice cider, if they have something. I'm all about the food, but I don't like being scared. I'm not a jumpy. I don't like to be a jumpy kind of guy. So yeah, that's a little scary for me. Well, I appreciate it. I reached out to all of my special correspondents and all of our guests we've had in the show to kind of give us their take on spooky season. If you have a favorite scary movie, if you have a favorite story, and tell me what does Halloween mean to you? Do you have a specific memory, or tell me about that?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff for Halloween for me. I mean, of course, my alter ego Seneca Shea was born on Halloween, as many a drag queen are. So,
Nice.
that's one. But my dad was a huge horror movie buff, so we watched scary movies all the time when I was a kid, and probably when me and my siblings were way too young to be watching some of the movies that we watched. But I still love scary movies. To be honest, though, the newer ones, they're not as scary anymore to me. And I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older or if they just don't make them as good anymore. But I remember, like I'm a huge fan of like the old Nightmare on Elm Street movies, the originals. I mean, who wouldn't be with Johnny Depp in a crop top and with
Right.
Mark Patton, whose character was not gay but was clearly gay in the second Nightmare on Elm Street movie. But yeah, I mean, I love the oldies and the goodies, but
Yeah, I kind of the way I feel on it because I'll go to them very few and far between when I'm dragged to them kicking and screaming. But like you said, the older ones were I thought were very scary, and the reason I didn't like to go to those because I was still this closeted kid, and they would make me jump. I go with all my guy friends, I'd grab onto their hands or something, and I'd go, "Oh, that's too gay," and so I didn't like those because they scared the hell out of me. And then all the recent ones for the last 5 to 10 years are too blood and guts gory. I don't like those, and I don't like war films, so I don't see those. And they're a lot more gory now, not as scary, but just for I don't know gore effect. I think
gore,
it's
yeah,
my
for
personal opinion.
sure, yeah, blood for blood's sake and no reason, yeah. I don't
Right.
know. Like I said, I mean, maybe it's just because I've gotten older, but I feel like in the last, I mean, even since I was in like maybe my mid 20s, I don't feel like the movies were as scary as they were. So I kind of miss that. But I mean, the one I never got through. Well, I got through it eventually, but the first time I ever saw Exorcist, I couldn't finish it. It terrified me. So I couldn't finish it. But now that's a classic. Actually, my best friend who now lives in San Francisco, he and I one year were I was Reagan and he was her mother for Halloween. So we did a uh,
No.
Exorcist Halloween costume one year. So that was a lot of fun. We used to do that occasionally. Like one year I was Carrie and he was Mrs. White and Carrie's mother. And then one year we went as Crystal and Alexis from the original Dynasty, obviously. So that was
I
always a lot
love
of fun
that.
too. But yeah,
So much fun. I love kind of little stories like that. Now, let's talk food for a second. As a chef, if you were to make, I mean, pumpkin pie is so obvious. How do you put your Chef Lynn twist on the Halloween season?
you know, gosh, Halloween season. I mean, like what I just did the other day. Pumpkin, obviously, I love sweet potato. I love for pies and stuff. but cranberries are a huge fall thing for me. So just the other day, I made my cranberry apple crisp, which is absolutely
Ooh,
delicious. So that's actually going to be up on my YouTube channel in next week, I believe. So that's the one thing. I mean, maybe not necessarily Halloween per se, but for sure, like fall, this spooky season time. I love to do stuff with cranberries and apples, obviously. But when I was working at, I used to work at a place called the Celebration Tea Room, which doesn't exist anymore. But we did little tea sandwiches, and one year we did a pumpernickel bread sandwich where we did like a pumpkin spread on it and made it like a little look like a little jack-o'-lantern. That was really cute. So stuff like that. Or we did a graveyard cake there once too, which was like a chocolate cake where we took a little Milano cookie and wrote something, either RIP or something on it, and stuck it in,
nice.
and little bone candies and stuff like that. So yeah, cute, fun stuff like that.
I love that. We always trade off every year. We do one for Thanksgiving and one for Christmas. We'll do an basically Waldorf salad, apple
Hmm.
raisin and walnut salad. And then my mom has a recipe for what she calls a cranberry jewel salad, where she grinds fresh cranberries, fresh oranges, and makes it into a salad, like a Jello type
Cool.
salad as well. That's so good. So yeah,
Nice.
cranberries in the season is wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything now? Talk about your husband. Do you guys watch scary movies together? Is that his thing, or is that just a you got to do on your own thing?
No, it is. He likes scary movies too, so we do a lot of scary movies together, which is fun. And like obviously American Horror Story, we watch quite a few of those. So I knew there's a new one coming out soon for the Halloween season, a new American Horror Stories, the one where I guess it's like a compilation, but yeah, so there we'll definitely watch that for sure. But yeah, we love those. We just started Agatha All Along yesterday on Disney Plus, so
I'm doing that this weekend. That's my weekend binge.
yeah,
Oh,
the
is it
first,
good?
well, they only put out two episodes so far, and they were both good. Yeah, so
So I can't binge. I can
you
only do
can't
two.
binge. You
Oh
could do
man.
two. Yeah, yeah. Then it's gonna be
Okay.
weekly. So, but it was good. It was good for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. I love Catherine Hahn. Of course, Joe Locke being part of the cast is going to be exciting to see. Don't tell me think he's playing Wiccan. That's what everyone's saying, but I don't know if he is or not. But I'll find out this weekend what he's doing in there. But
Yeah,
I am looking forward to the series a lot.
yeah. It was really fun. It was really fun. So I'm excited to see the rest of it.
Nice. So, if you had a movie recommendation to make to the masses out there, what would be your top three go to scary movies, horror movies for spooky season?
Top three. Well, I mean, I already said Nightmare on Elm Street, so I would go back to the '80s definitely and check out for sure the first Nightmare on Elm Street because excellent movie as far as I'm concerned. And again, you get to see Johnny Depp in a crop top and short shorts, so nothing better than that.
Right.
I actually really liked the most recent remake of Hellraiser, where Pinhead
Really?
was played by a woman. So that was a really good one. I thought that was pretty well done and a good scary one for recent ones, even though I said like, they don't really do much for me anymore because I don't get that scared. And then I guess another classic would have to be Carrie. I mean, you can't do better than Sissy Spacek, right? I mean, so
Love
good.
her.
So yeah,
Love
I
her.
guess
Very good. Well, I'm excited for spooky season here. I have some great guests on. I appreciate you doing this and everything. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Um, else in particular you want to share?
no, I think that's it. I mean, I just wanted to chat with you for a minute and I love the Halloween season and stuff, so I just thought this would be a lot of fun.
Well, I appreciate you. Like we've talked off air, we haven't talked to each other in person forever. It's all email conversations anymore. The Rainbow Gastronomy is just going bigger and bigger every time. I mean, YouTube is where I always have trouble getting views, and you're doing so good on that. We get
Okay.
great listens in our Spotify and our iTunes. I don't know how they get the recipes down and get to see stuff. I want to see the stuff. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing all that stuff and sharing your channel. Remind everyone where they can find you on your regular website, on your YouTube channel, and where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, sure. So, social media, everything is Chef Lynn Wheeler. My website is cheflynnwheeler.com. You can see some of my food. You can reach out to me for catering if you're in the Florida area, in the Central Florida area. And my YouTube channel is Getting Saucy with Chef Lynn. So please check that out.
I love it. Well, Chef Lynn, thanks so much for being our special correspondent here on Left of Str8 Podcast. Absolutely amazing work. Guys, look for Chef Lynn's stuff 2 times a month. We get some great insight. And then weekly, definitely be subscribing to Chef Lynn's YouTube page because I enjoy every bit of it. What did we see today? We saw, you sent me zucchini balls, or what were they?
The falafel today. Falafel came
Falafel.
up. Actually,
Oh,
yeah, yesterday that came up. But yeah, so falafel.
that
Yeah.
looks good. I just went to our White House fruit farms here and got a lot of fresh produce and fruit. And so apple season's going on right now. So I love a Honeycrisp. And I got some fresh zucchini, and corn season's been extended this year. I've been eating corn on the cob like it's going out of style. But yeah, I just shredded my zucchini yesterday to make some zucchini bread this weekend. So
Love zucchini bread. Oh yeah, my mom had a great recipe for it, and she lost it, and now I don't know, but I'm sure I can come up with one. But so check out, since you said apples, check out next week on my channel. Like I said, my apple cranberry crisp will be up next week. So
I love it. All right, guys. Well, do me a favor. Follow Chef Lynn. Be sure to listen to his podcast every time we're lucky enough to have him here on Left of Str8 Podcast. We hope you're having a fantastic spooky season, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
bye.